Yo, what's going on? It's me, Akil. I'm back. Thanks again for everyone, all your love and support for the past few months. This is my first video in a while. Whether it's your first time or you've been around for a while, let me reintroduce myself. I'm Akil. I've been in Japan for going on 21 years right now. I used to have a lot of fun in my 20s. Now I'm, a married dad, two mixed Japanese kids. Just trying to, impart my experiences here in Japan on you guys. It's been a while. If you clicked on the video for the first time and you want to skip ahead, I'm gonna just leave that for you below. But I'm just gonna give a couple updates for subscribers and longtime watchers, just to let you guys know what's been going on with me, and then we'll get into the normal, BS conversation. But basically, what's been going on is I mentioned it, alluded to it a bit before, but in some other posts and things like that. But basically, I spent the last two couple months starting a business for my family, a second business completely unrelated to this. It's going really, really well, and it just took a lot longer than I thought it would take to get that off the ground. But finally, all the groundwork's done. Everything's like made in the shade. So I'm super happy about that. What that means for you guys and what that means for me is that a lot of the pressure's off. I'm not gonna lie. The pressure's like I gotta make this to make all my dreams come true is off. So now I can focus on a lot more of my time and energy over the long term. It'll take a little bit more time for everything to kick in the way it needs to kick in, but over like from immediately now, my priority is going to be a lot more on doing the things that I want to do. I have more family support. I have more financial support, from financial backing to do those kind of things. So it means more content. I can focus a lot more on the book that I have coming, on more types of videos. Just being more invested into YouTube and not like trying to like, come on, baby, get the dice rolling to hit the home run. Is I can actually focus on doing something that I really love to do and providing value for you guys. And you won't see that like as much immediately, but trust me, you will see it over the next coming months, and definitely by next year you'll probably see me like fully, not like a full-time YouTuber. I still like teaching English. I'm still planning on doing that, but the importance of that has gone down quite dramatically in the past couple of weeks, to be honest with you, now that everything's starting to roll and move and do things like that. So that's pretty much what I was doing, basically, establishing an LLC and doing the XYZ. And I won't really talk about it in too much detail. Nothing mysterious, nothing crazy, nothing shady at all. But just this isn't the platform for that. We're here to talk about Japan and stuff like that. But I did, trust me, I felt not bad because I'm doing it for the long term benefit of the channel. But I was itching to get back talking to you guys. It felt like I've been gone forever. It felt like I've been doing that forever. But that's all said and done. It's already, the pot's brewing in the background, and so I'm really happy about that. So what's coming now? The past couple like week or so, I've been gearing up for not reboot, but season whatever it is of this channel. So you will notice some small tweaks in the content that I put out. Number one, I realized while I was doing prep for this next round of content is that it's a lot more content for me to talk about on TikTok than it is on YouTube. Like the amount of research I was able to do in the past week and pull up source videos and stuff like that on TikTok. Again, the algorithm is a lot more sophisticated there. It pushes certain type of stuff to you. It's more compact, so I can kind of get similar videos a lot easier than I can digging for stuff on YouTube, which is great. So that's where you're going to see a lot of the content come from now on. Of course, if something pops up on YouTube, I have no problem talking about it, but it just makes the editing process, it makes the research process a lot better. And I'm sure you guys are going to see that in the videos that are going to come out. I mean, I literally was just sitting on my phone for like about a couple of days, and I got like 40 videos lined up for you guys on here, or TikToks lined up, themes that I want to talk about. Not only, of course, the majority will be like dating and stuff like that, but just life here, stuff I want to expand upon and stuff like that. So it's going to be great. It's going to be good. I'm really excited about it. So we're going to get into it. Okay, so now that all those updates are out the way, let's get into today's main topic, which is, of course, dating, right? And If you're new to the channel, or you haven't heard me talk about it before, I talk about like kind of types, groupies, and stuff like that. And guys have different types of groupies. And I found a couple of short TikToks to illustrate exactly what I'm talking about, in a way that you guys can kind of see it. So of course, I'm gonna give my take on a couple, on three different TikToks. Of course, all the links will be below. You can go ahead. I recommend you go to the original creators and subscribe to them. Of course, some stuff I'll disagree with. It's fine, you know. And of course, as always, you guys who are locked in, please give me OG subscribers, give your opinions and your experiences as well. That's all. The comment section is a whole nother thing in of itself that has been evolving, and I hope that continues. But yeah, let's get into it.
Can you tell me the craziest story that happened to you in Japan?
I went on a night out in Osaka.
Yeah.
It started off pretty calm, just, you know, karaoke bar. We're walking back. This, you know, Asian girl, she comes up to me, grabs my arm, pulls me in. She's like, "Oh, Harry Potter, Harry Potter." She's buying me loads of drinks.
Really?
She gives me her wallet, and like, I'm just like, "Okay, I can hold that for you, no worries." My phone's dead. We come to the end of the night. I've lost the girl. I'm thinking, fuck. I'm walking the streets alone, you know.
So this dude, you know, he has a wild night, but something about this TikTok really struck a chord with me, and it resonates with what I've been talking about before. If you notice, you know, he's got the round Harry Potter, you know, Hogwarts glasses, and you know, he's got the look and stuff like that. So first thing clicks, drunk Japanese girl. I love Harry Potter. He looks like Harry Potter. He's tall. He's white. Sorry, I gotta say it. You know, boom. And yeah, she wanted to like hang out with him. I'm not sure if she was down to bang. Like I don't really know, you know, anything about her. I haven't seen what the girl looked like. If there was a video of their encounter, I can kind of give my take on it. She might have just been a drunk, crazy kind of girl who just wanted to hang out with Harry Potter and thought he was cute for the moment. And then she kind of snapped back to reality, or was just like, or disappeared, or she was just like a mess, you know, because she left her wallet with him apparently. So we don't know all those intangibles, but this is a clear illustration of, especially when you're going out, if you have a particular look. Again, sometimes if I'm going out wearing like, you know, streetwear or urban fashion, whatever you want to say, that element is kind of drawn to me, you know, especially in nightlife situations. White guy, British accent, round glasses, frizzy hair, Harry Potter, you know. So you're gonna have your niches, especially if you're coming here for fun. I'm not saying like dress up in like a Hogwarts costume and wave around a wand or anything like that. Just be who you are, but just understand that it's not only because yo, I'm the man. It's because you kind of check certain boxes of certain fetishes of type of Japanese girls, groupies who just want you because of that thing, their image of you. It's a completely superficial kind of thing, but going out at night is a superficial kind of situation. So I don't think there's anything wrong with it, as long as you know what you're really getting yourself into, and you're not like getting all Ronnie Romance lovey-dovey about it. Now this guy, you know, again, he was kind of a rookie. He made a rookie error by letting her out of his sight, holding her wallet or things like that. But probably I'm imagining there were also a lot of communications issues, because I don't think he can speak Japanese. I'm pretty sure she couldn't speak any English besides saying the words Harry Potter. And he was probably trying to communicate with her, or stuff like that. But, you know, unless you're going the route of just like complete superficial, like, yeah, Harry Potter, like Hogwarts, let's drink. Duh. You know, if he might have actually been trying to get some rapport or understanding with her, he was like barking up the wrong tree. So just be aware. I'm not saying you have to do this. I'm not encouraging you to do this. You know, I'm just telling you, like, it is going to happen if you have a look that fits into a certain box. You are a reasonably attractive person, and you have a distinctive quality about you. There's just, especially in the Tokyo area, there are hundreds of thousands of women out every night. I'm not saying they're all gonna love you. I'm not saying all of them are gonna love you, but I'm saying, like, if you check the certain box for a certain type of woman that you encounter, you know, don't be surprised if she calls you something random. Like I've had girls call me Usher. I'm like, you know, like, oh, Usher. I'm like, I do not look like Usher. But hey, you know, not taking offense to it or anything like that. It's just, it is what it is. Next up, we've got another type of dude who I think I put him in the same category as the first dude, but he doesn't realize. I feel like he doesn't really have the self-awareness. I don't know how long this guy has been in Japan. Seeing he carries himself kind of like he's a Japan rookie, maybe been around, I would say, several weeks to several months, but think he has Japan figured out, as we all do. We come to Japan for a little while, and we think like, okay, you get the feeling of the nightlife scene, you like, I got this in the bag. But I feel like he doesn't understand one important thing about nightlife here in Japan, or about his category, which I'll explain in a minute. But let's take a look at what one. I got two videos for this guy, but let's take a look at one thing that he says about nightlife here.
Japanese girls, they like to act shy and cute, that they don't know anything. Fucking liars, dude. Girls are the fucking devils here. They're they know what you want.
Is Shibuya the better flirting spot or Shinjuku?
Shibuya.
Shibuya is the best.
Shinjuku is fucking scary, dude. Scam girls. Call girls and dude. Pachinko, they got the fucking, umbrella looking at their phone like that.
Yeah. Where do you go in Shibuya? Where's the spot?
Anywhere, bro.
Yeah?
Anywhere's a spot.
Yeah, I heard like Hub is the famous spot for foreigners to meet Japanese girls.
Dude,
Is it
Hub's
true?
lame, bro.
It's lame?
Hub's lame. Everyone goes to Hub.
What's the best spot?
Best spot, Adam.
Adam?
Adam Shibuya.
Adam Shibuya.
Adam Shibuya.
If someone's learning Japanese, what words should they learn?
君が好き。君が大好き。君しか見てない。
And what does it mean?
It means I'm only looking at you.
Yeah, see, first off, like, this Adam is a club, like, and that's the spot for this guy, right? Because the type of girls that are the groupies for him hang out at Adam. Like, if I went to Adam, I'm not getting any love there. Think I'm like, oh, kawaii, think I'm scary or something like that. Just because that's not my vibe. That's not the atmosphere conducive to the type of girls I like. I'm not saying just because you're black, you shouldn't go there. Just for me personally, I'm into hip hop. I won't be really having fun there listening to like some EDM music, pretending like it's my jam. I won't look like I'm having fun. I won't look like a fun guy. I'll just be like bored and surly in the corner, knowing that most of the girls there are not my style anyway. This dude, on the other hand, he has, I think, and please forgive me, it's just my perspective. He has the Asian groupie deal, right? For, he's like, I can't believe he's not Japanese. So he's a foreign guy, but because he's Asian, he's approachable enough for Japanese girls in that vein. So it's a lot easier for him to get some action, especially because, he's so unique, because he doesn't do the things that a Japanese guy would normally do, but he looks like a normal Japanese guy, if that makes sense. And for a certain niche of girls who want to date foreign guys but don't want to go outside their box, he's right up their alley. And they hang out in Adam, is my image, right? And so his generalization is misleading, because he's been in Japan. It seems like he's been in Japan enough to be like, oh, I got it figured out. Every time I go out, I go to this club, I say this, all the Japanese girls fall for me. But he's not realizing that he's going after the same type of girls, or the same type of girls are into him. He is just in that lane, and he's found his lane, but he doesn't realize it's his lane. If he goes outside that lane, he's probably not going to get any love at all. But he hasn't been in Japan to be in a variety of situations yet. He thinks Japan is the bomb because every time I go out, I have a great time. I get laid. All the girls are on me. The music's great. Nightlife is cool. I'm having a great time. I can just be a complete F-boy and be in paradise. And he's like, I'm over it. I got it. It's easy. But again, trust me, I've seen this situation play out quite a bit. Dudes like this, like, yo, watch this, I got this in the bag. They go outside their element and they completely lost and they have no idea what's going on. So I just want you guys to understand, like, it's just a lane. If you understand your lane, the lane that you're in, when you're in your lane and you're outside your lane, you can function completely, totally fine. But just it's delineated very, very clearly in Japan. I'm not saying it's impossible. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong. But if you understand it, don't just listen to this generic advice from people, telling you like, oh, Tokyo's like this and Tokyo's like that, and if you do this and you do that, it doesn't really work like that across the board.
I met this girl in a bar.
Yeah.
And I thought she was cute. We were coming out of the restroom.
Yeah.
And then I was talking with her when we were walking down the stairs.
Yeah.
And I asked her, ちょっと散歩行きませんか? Yeah. So I saw this really beautiful staircase, sitting right there.
Yeah.
And I was like, ちょっとよかったらなんかここにあるもの見に行かない?
And it worked?
Hell yeah! in the stairs.
So if foreigners want to talk to a Japanese girl, they should say ちょっと散歩行きましょうか。
ちょっと散歩行きましょうか。ちょっと散歩行きましょう。
ちょっと散歩行きましょうか。I do know a nice staircase somewhere.
Staircase? What about that one? That looks pretty good.
Yeah, see his advice and stuff like that. Everybody just can't be walking around saying that. Like it's creepy. You know, it's basically creepy if you're saying that for from like 5 minutes after you meet a girl. But because he looks Japanese on the surface, this is my opinion, that he, you know, even though they know, oh, he's a foreign guy, he can't speak Japanese, isn't it so funny and cute that he's saying that, and it makes me feel good, you know, but it's also familiar in a way, so it's not as scary as like a random foreign guy coming up and saying that to me. You know, he's clearly Chalai. He's clearly he's clearly like an F boy. Basically, he's clearly a player, you know, or wannabe player. I don't really know him like that, but you know, he thinks he's smooth. I'm not downplaying him. Again, I just don't know him well enough to know. But he clearly carries himself like he thinks he's smooth. So you know, all of that energy, some girls, especially in that nightlife situation, like, okay, and just go with it. Like, especially in their 20s. Honestly, don't try to pick up lines and stuff like that. Like it's really cheesy. In my opinion, the better way to do things is to be yourself and be who you are. If you don't speak Japanese, don't memorize pickup lines, right? If you know you're studying a little bit of Japanese, use a little bit of Japanese that you got. It will come through. It just works for this guy. Again, I don't know. Like watching the second video, I really don't know. I can't tell how good his Japanese is after watching the second video. He could go anywhere from just being in Japan for like a couple weeks and knowing a little bit to having like to being like Japanese American and just being really really fluent in Japanese, but growing up in like the States. He sounds like he grew up on like on the West Coast or something like that. And but he can really flow with Japanese. So you can't trust his opinion at all about Japanese women is kind of my take on things. But let me know with a like or comment what you guys think. Again, I'm back in business. The links are going to be below. Check out this next video, and I will holler at you next time. Peace.